Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 64. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Paribrajaka Astotara Sata Sri Srimad Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prince Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ki Jai Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 64. Raga Dvesha Vimuktastu Vishayan Indriyaischaran Atma Vashyair Videyatma Prasadam Adhigacchati Raga Dvesha Vimuktastu Vishayan Indriyaischaran Atma Vashyair Videyatma Prasadam Adhigacchati Raga Dvesha Vimuktaistu Vishayan Indrayaischaran Atma Vashyair Videyatma Prasadam Adhigacchati. Raga, attachment. Dvesha, detachment. Vimuktai, by one who has been free from such things. Tu, but. Vishayan, sense objects. Indriyai, by the senses. Charan, acting. Atma Vashyai, one who has control over. Videyatma, one who follows regulated freedom. Prasadam, the mercy of the Lord. Adigachati, attains. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. One who can control his senses by practicing the regulated principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord and thus become free from all attachment and aversion. Purport. It is already explained that one may externally control the senses by some artificial process, but unless the senses are engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord, there is every chance of a fall. Although the person in full Krishna consciousness may apparently be on the sensual plane, because of his being Krishna conscious, he has no attachment to sensual activities. The Krishna conscious person is concerned only with the satisfaction of Krishna and nothing else. Therefore, he is transcendental to all attachment. If Krishna wants, the devotee can do anything which is ordinarily undesirable. And if Krishna does not want, he shall not do that which he would have ordinarily done for his own satisfaction. Therefore, to act or not to act is within his control, because he acts only under the direction of Krishna. This consciousness is causeless mercy of the Lord, which the devotee can achieve in spite of his being attached to the sensual platform. Raga dvesha vimuktais vishayan indriyais charan atma vaishyair videyatma prasadam adigachati. So here Prabhupada is commenting that this is the process of freedom. The process of freedom is to separate the soul from the engagement of the body. The body is like a machine, and we are sitting in this machine. It is my body. I am not the body. The body belongs to me. I am the owner, the possessor of the body. So I'm within this body. Maya Arudani, it is made of the material energy, and if we don't control the body, if we are not able to act outside the boundaries of the body, or if we are able to control the body in such a way that we decide how to act, how to feel, how to behave, then we become free. So the process of freedom is to understand our identity as separate from the body, and that's not enough. That's just the beginning. The real understanding is that my identity is eternally connected with Krishna, not connected with anything in the material world. Generally speaking, living in a material body, in a material world, we become attached to other living entities. We form family, friends, love, community, nationality. We become entangled in this reality. But this reality has one big problem. And the big problem is that it is temporary. At the end of this body, when we die, that reality is finished, and we take another birth. We don't know where, up or down, but we will take a birth in another reality. So this taking body after body, this going from one reality to another again and again and again, is simply moving us in circles. We are not making progress. To make progress, to be free from this cycle of birth and death, we have to understand that we are spirit. That's it. It's simple change of consciousness. It doesn't require great achievement. You don't have to be a big scholar. You don't have to practice great austerities. You don't have to be a big sadhu. You don't have to go to the Himalayas. You don't have to practice yoga or jnana. No. You simply have to understand your spirit. If you understand your spirit, you will not take another birth in the material world. Simply because understanding who I am spiritual, I am encaged in this prison of the material world, but I have nothing to do with it. When I die, I will not desire to remain here. So understanding that I'm spirit will take me to the spiritual platform, which is called Brahman. But beyond this Brahman, there is also Paramatma. And beyond Paramatma, or the Supreme Soul, which is everywhere, there is Bhagavan. So Brahman means I am spirit. And Paramatma means there is a Supreme Spirit, which is providing me with all my needs and necessities. And beyond Paramatma is that Spirit who provides everything, is a person, and he has qualities, he has personality, and I can interface, I can interact with that personality and become very happy. So how do you interact personally? You interact personally, but first of all, getting knowledge of that reality which you are trying to understand. Just like if you want to make a new friend. First of all, what is your name? Where do you come from? What do you like? What you don't like? This is the business of building a relationship. And this relationship building business is not different in spiritual life. The difference is that when you build a relationship in the material world, it will come to an end. Whereas, if you build a relationship with Krishna, it will never come to an end because the spirit is eternal. And the process of doing this is to understand what is my relationship with Krishna. How am I being friends with him? I am friendly with him because he is not only is he my master, he is also my well-wisher, my best friend. I am actually eternally connected with Krishna. I am part and parcel of Krishna. What I have doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Krishna. My senses are not mine. My senses belong to Krishna. Therefore, they should be used for Krishna's pleasure. Just like my limbs, my hands, my arms, my body is all connected to my stomach. And when I satisfy my stomach, lo and behold, my whole body becomes satisfied. If you want to benefit a tree, you don't have to water each leaf separately, each branch separately. You simply put water on the root, and automatically the whole tree blossoms. So in the same way, the root of our existence is Krishna, eternally. We are eternally connected with Krishna. But because Krishna, and because we are made in his image, because we are part and parcel of the same quality that is Krishna, our part and parcel consciousness includes this independence. And this independence is meant for us to use in serving Krishna. If Krishna would take away our independence, there would be no freedom. If I put a gun at you and say, okay, if you don't love me, I will kill you. You may pretend to love me, but you don't really love me. You're afraid of the gun. You're afraid of my power. So this is not how it works with Krishna. With the independence with Krishna, we can choose that independence to work with Krishna, for Krishna's purpose. So, in this verse, Krishna is saying that to become raga dvesha, attachment and detachment, is dealing with the material world. So, vimukta is to become free from this. Tu means however. Krishna says, if you become free from attachment and detachment, then you become liberated. You become worthy of getting the mercy of Krishna. Mercy of Krishna is called prasadam. So how do we begin to understand Krishna? We begin to understand Krishna by reading the Vedic wisdom, the scriptures, by meditating upon His presence within our heart. If we become open to understanding Krishna, then Krishna will very happily guide us in that understanding. He will give us knowledge. Sarvasya chaham hridisane Vishnu. Krishna says, I'm sitting in everyone's heart. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. By my endeavor, you will get knowledge, you will get remembrance, and you will get forgetfulness. Krishna is totally and at all times in control of us. Don't think that at any moment Krishna is not aware of what we're doing. He knows everything. Therefore, He is Sarveshwara. Sarveshwareshwara. Sarva Ishwara Ishwara. This is a song written by Thakur Bhaktivinoda. That Krishna is the Sarva Ishwara Ishwara. He is Sarva Ishwara, means all the controllers, the Ishwara of those controllers. He is the controller of the controllers. We all have some control. I have some control over my body. I have some control over my environment. Above me, there are authorities in our society, politicians. Excuse me. I have to speak. We have leaders of society, politicians, military people. They have more control. But the supreme controller and above us are the demigods. Don't think that we are living alone on this planet. There is life everywhere. Even on this planet, everywhere you look, there is life. One of my friends was telling me that on the tip of my finger, there are trillions and trillions of germs, of bacteria living there. You cannot see them. But if you take a proper microscope, you can see. So there is no place where there is no life. Therefore, the soul, the jiva, is called by Krishna Sarvaga, who goes everywhere. It is foolish, and it is how do you say in English? It is implausible to think that there is so much life where we are, but outside our planet there is no life. No, there is life everywhere. And there are great demigods in the sun, in the moon, in the heavenly planets, who control this universe. These are called Ishwaras. So all the Ishwaras, Sarveshwara, there is one controller of them, and that is Krishna. Therefore Bhaktivinoda sings, Tu mi Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar. Tomara Ichaya Vishve Sri Jana Samhar. My dear Krishna, Bhaktivinoda calls Krishna Brajendra Kumar. Kumara means child, and Brajendra means the king of Raja. Braja Indra. Vraja means a place where there are many cows. Vraja is the district of Mathura and Vrindavan where Krishna lives when he comes to this material world. He lives there, he makes his activities there. This is called Vraja. And Indra means the king. Vraja Indra. When a word in Sanskrit ends with A and the next word begins with I, the AI becomes A. So Braja Indra, Brajendra. Brajendra means the king of Vrindavan, who is Nanda Maharaj, Krishna's foster father. And Kumara means his son. So, to me Sarveshwareshwara Brajendra Kumar. You are the controller of the controllers. That is Krishna. Tomara ichaya Vishve Srijana. By your icha, by your desire, Vishve, the universe, Srijana Samhar, is created and destroyed. Tava icha mata Brahma, Korena Srijana, Tava icha mata Vishnu, Korena Palana. By your wish, Brahma creates this universe, and by your wish, Lord Vishnu maintains the universe. Then Tava icha mata Shiva, Korena Samhar, Tava icha mata Maya, Srije Karagar. By your wish, Lord Shiva, the great Lord Shiva, he destroys this universe, and by your wish, the illusory energy Maya, Durga Devi, she creates this prison house. Lord Shiva is the master of the material energy, and his energy, Durga Devi, she operates within this material energy. And Bhaktivinoda continues, Tava Ichamata Jiva Jivana Marana. By your wish, the living entity lives and dies. We may struggle on our own, we may try on our own effort to become successful in the material world, but ultimately Krishna decides when we live and when we die. We cannot know when we die. Nobody knows. We know we're going to die. This is certain. But when we're going to die, that is by Krishna's arrangement. It is beyond our understanding. And Samriddhi Nipata Dukkha Sukha Samgadhana. By Krishna's desire, by Krishna's arrangement, we get happiness and distress. Then Bhaktivinoda says, Michamaya Baddha Jiva Asha Fate Fire Tava Icha Bina Kichu Kurita Napare. We are struggling. The Jiva is trying so hard to work within the material world. He gets happiness and distress by your mercy, by Krishna's mercy. And without Krishna's sanction, without Krishna's mercy, nothing can happen. So since we are being controlled 100% by Krishna, since our happiness and distress, since our life and our death is totally under his control, because we belong to him, because we are created by him, and we are meant to interface lovingly with him, we might as well accept the situation and try and stop trying to be independent. We are not independent. We are totally dependent at any moment. Therefore, better pray to Krishna and develop our eternal relationship with him. Then Bhaktivinoda prays, Tumito Rakasha Ara Palasha Amar. My dear Krishna, you can protect me, or you can maintain me. Tomara Charana Bina Ashanayar. Tomara Charana Bina. Outside your lotus feet, Asha Nai Ar. I have no other desire. This is the right mood. This is the mood of bhakti, to connect with Krishna. That outside you, I have no desire. When you actually become connected with Krishna, when your relationship with Krishna begins to develop and you understand that he is there and that he can protect you, he can make you free from fear, he can make you successful, then you don't desire anything else. And because we have an eternal relationship with Krishna, because our love and affection for Krishna is automatically there within our heart, when it becomes manifest, it becomes a natural. And it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter about your sensual activities. Automatically, when you rediscover your friendship and relationship with Krishna, everything you will do will be Krishna conscious. Everything will be connected with Krishna. Before you do anything, you will think Does Krishna like this? Does Krishna like... It's just like when you have a lover. If you're deeply in love with somebody, you're always thinking of this person, and you're always considering that person's position. Is this pleasing to my lover? Is this pleasing to her, to him? So in the same way, when we eat, first we offer to Krishna. When we see anything, even you might be walking in the street and you see something happening, you may be watching a movie and see some drama, Krishna will always be there. That is, Krishna consciousness means that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you never forget your relationship with Krishna. You always feel protected. You always feel His benediction and His mercy. And you know for a fact that you will not take another birth in the material world. Or even if you take another birth in the material world, it will be in connection with Krishna. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prayed, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Since I have discovered Krishna, I don't want any money, I don't want any followers, I don't want a beautiful relationship in the material world. Kavitam va, I don't want to be in an aristocratic situation. Jagadisha, these are all kama, Jagadisha kamaye. All these desires for me, I don't want anymore. I only want what you want. Tomara charana bina ashanayar. Without your lotus feet, I have no other desire. So, Jammani Jammani Shware Bhavatad Bhaktir Aituki Twai. Jammani Jammani, birth after birth, Bhavatad, let there be Bhakti, Aituki Bhakti at your lotus feet. This is the prayer of one who is advanced in Krishna consciousness, who has awakened his relationship with Krishna. So, Bhaktivinoda, he concludes the song by saying, Nija Bala Chesta Prati, Varashacharya. Nija Bala, by my own strength, Varashacharya, I'm giving up trying to solve my problems by my own strength. Nija Bala Chesta. Bharasa means to be supported by. I will not rely anymore on my own strength for support. Tomara ichaya achi nirbara korea. I will simply depend on your wish. I will simply depend on your desire. I don't have to make plans. I don't have to save money. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to compete. I don't have to find love or lust anywhere. I have to do nothing. I simply have to rely on Krishna. One time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had a discussion with one of his great devotees, Srivasa Pandit. So Srivas, he had a wife and children, big house. So Mahaprabhu said to him, but dear Srivas, I see that you don't do any work. You don't try to earn any money or to get any facilities. You're simply living day to day. Don't you have a desire? Don't you feel a need to work within the material world, to gather things for the benefit of, for the satisfaction of your family? And Shiva said, why should I? He said, whatever I am destined, it will come. So Mahaprabhu said, well then, how can you explain this to me? And Shiva said, well, as far as I'm concerned, I will take a pot, big pot, fill it with water, tie it to my neck, and I will drown myself in the Ganges if I don't get what I need on a day-to-day basis. In other words, I'm so certain, he told Mahaprabhu, that Krishna will provide what I need on a day-to-day basis for me and for my family, that if I don't get it, I will drown myself in the Ganges. So Mahaprabhu thought it was very funny. He laughed and he embraced him. But it is a fact. If you look around you, Krishna is maintaining everyone. There is, in my kitchen there are little ants crawling around. What are they eating? How are they maintaining themselves? They're maintaining themselves because in between vacuum in the kitchen, some little crumbs of biscuit or bread fall onto the ground or sugar and they eat that. Not by chance, it is provided by Krishna. I look in my back garden, there is so many trees and plants. They get water, they get energy from the earth, from the sun, from the air. Nobody is taking care of them. Krishna is taking care of them. So that faith is very important to have. And Bhaktivinoda concludes the song, Bhaktivinoda ati dina akinchana. So Bhaktivinoda says, actually, Bhaktivinoda, he feels very fallen and very bereft of any material asset. Tomara ichai tar jivana marana. By your wish, Bhaktivinoda, he will live or he will die. This is pure bhakti. Whatever Krishna wants. You want to kill me? Kill me. You want me to live? Live. You want me to take another birth? Let me take my birth. But don't let me forget you. This is the essence of pure devotional service. Thank you very much. So we have our comments. Our participant, Krishna Premavati Devi, Hare Krishna Prabhu, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. She comments that being attached to the sensual platform, but concerned only with the satisfaction of Krishna, just now, desiring to eat a banana, but offering to Krishna first. Absolutely. Take the banana, offer it to Krishna, and also think this banana is the favorite food of Hanuman. Please, Hanuman, bless me that I may become a servant of Lord Ram as you are. So the banana can make you think of Hanuman, and Hanuman can make you think of Lord Ram, and then you will become free from material contamination. Bless you, Krishna Premavati. Sandy, exactly. Thank you very much. So, if you have any more comments, feel free to type them in. Mandi Priyos just 16. Thank you very much, dear Prabhu. Thank you for participating and giving me a chance to speak about Krishna. I don't have much to offer to Krishna, but somehow he picked me up and he's given me some knowledge. And I want to thank you, all you that participate, to give me an opportunity to speak. Without you, who am I going to speak? To my computer screen? Thank you very much. See you on Friday. Hari Bol.